Alright, we should be cooking with gas. This time I'm operating one of the main machines, so we'll have a much better recording with at least a marginally better audio response here. I think I'll just put this in a playlist so that we have two videos now, video clips. One 8-minute video clip that I did previously this afternoon, and then this one here. I'm holding in my hand an email that my wife Sue, who handles the financial aspects and the admin for Mediaspan Partners Incorporated, and it says, "Dear Sue, thank you for contacting Hostway's Technical Service Department. Yada yada yada. Informed you should immediately remove the third name server, which is DNS 3 Value Web. Having not really had any background information or instruction on this, I reasoned it out despite what we call around here Swiss cheese knowledge. What's happening? Please correct me if I'm mistaken. It's DNS, of course, standing for dynamic name server. Dynamic being the operative term. So it's looping. It's dynamic. It's moving. It's a matter of context. But there's so many things that when you go down the rabbit hole and open the door there at the bottom of the rabbit hole, it leads you into a chamber where there are more rabbit holes. Oh my God! So what I'm trying to say here is that typically the consumer doesn't get enough information. Yes, I am technically inclined, and I have had people that I speak with from time to time, actually more often than I probably should say, in the interest of humility, who will say, "How did you figure that out, Mr. Smith? You need to come to work for us." But Swiss cheese knowledge means that there are holes in it. I've never researched this kind of thing. I haven't really looked into it in any great depth. So under the hood, or below the waterline, I really don't know what all of the tributaries are, and all the nodes, and the lattices, and the various and sundry gazintas and gazautas. So I am having to piece this together by, I won't say dumb luck, probably syllogismic logic, if you don't mind a $50 term. But what we're saying here is that this last, well, let's do it this way. This is where the email is located. As a matter of fact, that's the only reason we have this particular server. I have others. Alright, so here's the one that's problematic. And I reasoned that what happens is, presumably, when there is too much traffic that is pointed in this direction, it camps over here, and if there's too much traffic, rather than making another pass at this, and then another pass at this, and then another pass at this, it's just going boop-de-boop-de-boop all the way down to here, which is what's causing our problem. Eh, what? Alright, well, here's the problem. I am logged on here properly. DNS, templates, manage zones. This is not the kind of thing we're talking about. We're talking about DNS management of webstream.com, which is the servers where I have the email protocol set up. If anybody can tell me where it is that I am able to delete manage templates, host names. I didn't look at that. Negative function. So I don't see any way to delete this. And notice this. So who are they managed by? I would imagine Hostway. And that refers back to arrow to my first video clip where I'm asking for some sort of explanation as to how this works. What is going on there under the blankets? What's pointing at what? You know, if, then, else. Or if, then, else. Which else? As a matter of fact, I am going to add this, and this isn't really trying to lord anything over anybody or trying to be a smart ass. It really is something that I'm going to be. Well, let's do two things. I mentioned the velvetdoberman.com in the last video clip. The DNS Oh, I was just looking at that. Okay, so there's that. No, that shouldn't go there. Same mistake I made earlier. And we have this. So I think my face is up here now. I don't even remember where I put it. Hopefully I put it over here, but I don't remember. Primetime TV show, yada yada yada. We do have to change the dates on this because there's been an awful lot of sideways traffic, if you will. All right, so there's that. However, what was it going to do? No, this is not working. This does not have to be there. Bye-bye. This is really an important thing here. This is not an operative website. It's just a splash page or a landing page for certain functionalities. But I have often said, and I use this as an illustration, that's weird. Why is it doing that? Oh, it's pulling this down. Anyway, sorry about that. What, where, which. All right, it actually should be what, which, where. So I really should change these, but it's not that big a deal. Obviously, a which would be subordinate to what, would it not? So it's what, which, where. Then who. So what the deuce are we talking about? Okay, oh, there's a round file of things that all have the same name. Well, then which one of them are we trying to deal with? Where is it? Where is it located? Who put it up? When was it put up? And why are we even having to deal with this in the first place? So it's what, which, where, who, when, why. And this should be an equal sign. Actually, I don't know why that happened. I did this many years ago, one of my first Photoshop projects. How? What, which, where, who, when, wow. Who, and wow. Well, I hope you can get a laugh out of this. Anyway, the thing that I'm trying to say here is the same thing I did in the last clip, which is this is extremely important. We can't be messing around with things like that. And one other thing I'll add here, based upon this, and many years of experience in this department, that's really not acceptable. Not under these circumstances. This needs to be on, I suppose, an adjustable potentiometer basis, which is, how screamingly important is this? How big is Mediaspan Partners Incorporated? What happens if, because of the fact that we weren't thorough in explaining this the first time, we now have to wait another 24 to 48 hours, which, of course, is the extrapolated number. Usually doesn't take that long, but it's a matter of principle. We need someone to get in there and say, excuse me, let's just jump over that 24 to 48 hours and get it done right now, because this could actually cause this company, in one way or another, I did the thing with did I not in the previous clip, about with the lack of a nail, not the battle was lost, the kingdom was lost. The kingdom. Well, this is our kingdom here. You see, so that's the point I'm trying to make. Not to make anybody wrong. I'm not denigrating anyone or disparaging anyone or trying to be Mr. Smart Guy. But this is just business. But somewhere along the line, there has to be a relative adjustment of priorities in terms of responsibility. I hope that makes sense. So I need this to be taken care of, and I don't know how to take care of it. What happened to the GoDaddy thing here? Oh, rats. Domain manager. I can't get this out of here. I tried changing it. Well, this wasn't here before. I think we may have already seen this before, hopefully, when I first started the video. So I delete this, yes, and now we lose the ability to save it. I can add a name server, and all that does is add a bunch of other grayed out name servers that I can't save. This doesn't make any sense to me, and I don't really see why I, the consumer, should have to be dialing the phone or sending emails or texts at 11:15 p.m. to GoDaddy when I don't even understand why GoDaddy is in the loop, really. I see that the new name servers are listed here by GoDaddy, but they're not in the loop according to this. Wait a minute, what's going on here? According to this, your name servers aren't managed by us. So they're not in the loop. Well, of course I can't change it here. Well, then where do I change it? So I need your help, and I need it. I appreciate the fact that you guys are there. And I think I mentioned in the last clip, I've been pretty impressed with the tech support that originates in Bulgaria. Keep up the good work. And again, thank you for responding immediately. But the depth of what you see, we encountered a situation that we can't solve. That would be fine. Life is full of challenges. So is business. However, the 24 to 48 hour thing, 24/7 at our service, somebody needs to get in there and kind of short circuit and jump right into do it now, Nike. So that's all I've got. Velvet Doberman out. Thank you very much. Need your help. Appreciate you, but let's go further down the granular totem pole, if you will. 11:30, still the 3rd of Saturday, March 3rd. Velvet Doberman out on 03210.